of you guys may have known, it has hit the news that Cardi B is filing from divorce from Offset once again. Now I gotta say once again, because like most of you guys know, even if these aren't your favorite artists, they're famous enough where you definitely have heard about them before. But like I was saying, this isn't the first time. I think this is the third time now they've actually has a little situation for filing with divorce. We just gotta speak on it. Speak on it entirely. What's going on? Okay. Now, a lot of rumors coming out after the divorce that maybe it was some cheating, some infidelity, um, just some lies, something that you can't really do, or you're held to a higher standard when you're actually in a marriage. Now people think this like, okay, well they're famous, they live a different lifestyle, they kind of got to be an entertainer, entertain the fans, be engaged, stuff like that. All that is cool, but all that really means is that you're gonna have more eyes on you. Now, like I spoke about before, this is the first time they have gone through a situation like that. First time it actually happened. I forget what year it was, but it's been a couple years now. Okay, just say it with me. But they got divorced, whatever. Offset showed up on stage, giving Cardi the flowers, really trying to profess his love for his woman and get his girl back. Now, obviously, shortly after that, they end up getting back together. All good, no big deal. Time after that, another similar situation. And that's the weird part because all seems to revolve around Offset cheating. So when you hear this third time that they're getting divorced again, that is something you have to take in consideration. But once again, get divorced again, revolving around the same thing that Offset may or may not be cheating or may have got caught cheating. Now, the problem is, now I don't like to be the person that's like, okay, once a cheater, always a cheater. But just based off somebody and how they act, that can kind of give you a little foreshadowing of what you can see in the future. Now, for Offset, it's gonna make it a little bit hard for him because, like I mentioned, first time they got divorced, he comes on stage, he gives her the flowers, all such a little cute moment. Girls talking about this is goals, not knowing that he was already cheating on her. Now he's putting his best foot forward trying to get her back. Is the only reason why he's doing it, right? But the problem is when you do that is, oh, excuse me, you can't do that every single time though, right? If you get caught for doing something, baby, I'm sorry, I'm gonna change, I'm not gonna do it again. Ah, damn, my bad. But she's under the impression that it's not gonna happen again. Now, even if she does have a little doubt in her mind that she trusts you all the way, women are willing to give you a chance. Like I said, the pros outweigh the cons. You're always going to have a chance. And depending on what it is that you do, is obviously going to make a difference. Now, when it comes to domestic violence and stuff like that, which we've talked about on this channel before, I feel like stuff like that is a little bit harder, but not to say it is impossible if you guys have seen this channel before. Now, with Offset, it's not a good look, right? Because obviously with everything going on, another divorce as well. Cardi actually did announce that she is also pregnant as well and has a baby on the way. Now, to divorce your husband after, you've been pregnant already, she's already kind of shown, but they kind of kept it under wraps or whatever the case may be. But taking the fact that that's already going on with the kid, the fact that she's even filing for divorce from Offset, it's kind of letting it might be actually something valid or something there that's actually really bothering her for them to move on. Now, she mentioned it's irreconcilable differences. Now, anytime you hear somebody using that irreconcilable word, you only hear the marriages, and you only hear when people don't want to give the full layout of what was really going on. But like I mentioned before, with Offset and his history, possible repeat offender when it comes to cheating. So, like I said, you can't never throw that out. But I look at this a little bit different with Cardi because despite everything that Offset has put Cardi through, Cardi has always held Offset down. Even when people are coming at him, she always stands in a lot of defense and is always willing to stand up for her man. So I don't think too much into this. Her saying irreconcilable differences. I'm thinking she's just doing that to not paint Offset in a negative light, which, you know, big ups to her, because a lot of people in general, when you deal with a female, you do her wrong. Um, Even the slightest wrong doing to a female, they'll try to blow everything out of proportion and make things seem a lot more worse than what they actually were. So, shout out to Cardi for keeping it respectful. I mean, Offset is the husband, um, well, not only the husband to you, but he's also the father of your kids. So when you are talking bad about your husband and putting it out there for everybody else to see, you're making it comfortable for other people to talk about your husband as well. Now, even if you choose not to, pile in and shit on your husband, people are still going to do it anyways. But I think it happens more frequently when the person who should be most mad about it is actually making it a point to everybody else as well that she's mad about it. But a lot of this speculation started to come when people were seeing pictures were going viral about Offset being with a certain female that he may or may not have dealt with in the past, which is always going to be a red flag. You're talking about a marriage, let alone a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Anytime you got a situation going on and you're dealing with an old situation you used to have, is always going to play out poorly, because one, the person that you're currently dealing with doesn't know how deep the history goes with you and that person, and second, it's a bad look just in general. If you got a new situation, why is you trying to even flirt with the situation of another female? You know what I mean? That's just like you get a nice house, 6 bedrooms, you got 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage. Why would you be worried about even trying to get to the point again? It's like, oh, psh, I'm kicking it. I'm gonna kick it in the hood. I'm kicking I'm keeping it in or kicking it in apartments. I'm going to a one bed, the trailer parks, whatever. You're not going to downgrade like that or even revert back to something maybe you were used to living like, but you're not living like that anymore. So it's kind of counterintuitive if you actually care about the person that you're actually dealing with. Now, there's always going to be a red flag, like I said. Now, even somebody with Cardi, who is always willing to stand by her man and stand up for him, I think even with that, that is hard for her to even try to defend. Though Cardi and Offset situation, uh, Cardi pretty much is chalked up as they grew apart, which says a lot. Like I said before, Cardi has always done her best to not paint Offset in a bad light. Now, obviously, she's had moments, emotional moments where she's going off on tangents and stuff like that about what was going on with Offset. Like even like last year when Offset, he dropped the album, he got a little buzz. Cardi felt like Offset wasn't treating her the way that he should have been treating her, or like he was treating her before he started to get that little buzz again. Not to say that Offset ever had fall off, but it was like it was just like it wasn't a steady decline, a steady incline. It was just a steady pace going all the way through. He drops the album, he starts feeling himself, he starts kind of treating Cardi a different way. And as a female, I can understand why she would feel that way, because like, yo, if I held you down, you really wasn't even popping like that, and now you got popping again. It's kind of like, don't start treating me different, because Cardi has never struck me as someone who's ever treated Offset differently. You never hear about Cardi B being with or other guys, and it's like, oh, Cardi was out with this mystery man and a comment on the picture. But it's like, it seems like Offset constantly seems to do that to Cardi B, which me personally, I don't think that's fair. Not trying to even pick a side. I'm just thinking about me in a relationship. Like if I'm dealing with a female and she's doing all this stuff and I'm not doing all this stuff, but like she feel like she's obligated to do it because of whatever hierarchy there might be. I mean, that's already a problem. Like I said, we supposed to be teammates. Like you don't treat me any less than you would treat anybody else if we supposed to be, you know, on the same team. But at the end of the day, um, I don't know. I don't know if this ever be for surely set in stone. Just to get my final takes on this whole situation, because obviously they already have. I think they have 3 kids already together. They have 2 or they have 3 kids already, and then I'm assuming the other baby is Offset's kid as well. They have another. Even as ugly as it may look, um, which is with situations like that, you kind of just wait to see how they kind of unfold, because we truly don't know. We're not in the relationship. We've known them to be in the public eye together for a long time, so obviously they have that history there. I don't think Cardi has ever made statements about Offset being a bad father, so I don't think it's gonna be a situation where she's keeping the kids away from Offset. But honestly, I don't know. I'm sure they'll get it figured out. I mean, they're celebrities. We always involve ourselves with what's going on with celebrities and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they live a different lifestyle than most of us are actually used to. So we can't put too much energy into it. But we will be tracking to see how this goes because, like I said, this is the first time they filed for divorce, but it is the third time. You know what they be saying? Third time might be a charm. So.